So this was my second CES and it went really well. I met a lot of other creators at a YouTube event and it was a lot of fun and it made me really excited for all the stuff I have planned for this year. And I also got to try out some really cool tech at the show. There was so much to see and I honestly didn't even get a chance to get to everything, but I did pick out some of the things that I thought were the coolest to show you. And I'll have everything linked down below along with chapter markers so you can skip around to whatever you think is the coolest. Starting off, I went to Sony's event on Monday night and it was really cool. They talked about creators a lot, brought up a Legend of Zelda live action movie, announced a new XR headset with this really interesting controller style. Like it's one ring and one stylus looking thing. And they drove an Afila onto the stage using a PS5 controller. I also had a chance to check out the new PS5 colors, which look really good in person. And I got to play a bit of the new Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, which I haven't played Part 1, but now I'm gonna probably go back and do that because I had a good time playing just a demo. I want to experience the full game. LG also had a really big booth with their new signature OLED T as like the main flagship demo, and it was in a lot of use cases from at home to like storefront displays. I also had a chance to see the Stand By Me Go briefcase monitor TV thing in person, and I love the concept of like a screen in a briefcase. I don't have any particular use case that I need it for, but I do kind of want one just to have. They also had a concept car and a camper along with some like EV charging stuff, and I'm not sure this will ever ship. It might just be a demo of LG's tech inside of these vehicles, but they did look really good. Another one of the big booths was TCL, which had their home products and TVs, but I was really interested in their mobile stuff. I checked out the Next Paper phone and tablet, which have matte paper-like displays. Conceptually, like this does seem really cool, but I'm not sure I'd want to use it on like a regular basis since it does seem to cut down on the maximum brightness you can get along with the sharpness. I also got a demo of the TCL Rainio X2s, which were announced at last year's CES, and they're a relatively normal-ish looking pair of AR glasses. I'll probably end up making a full video about these at some point, but they weigh about 120 grams, have touch sensors in both temples, and they're powered by the Snapdragon XR2 from Qualcomm. They showed me live translation demos, a camera, and navigation, and I can see how this would be something that would be nice to have as just part of your everyday life. And they didn't have a demo for these, but they announced the Rainio X2 Lite, which is an even more normal looking pair of glasses at about half the weight of the X2s. XREAL also announced their Air 2 Ultra glasses, which are pretty similar visually to the Air 2 Pros, but they have a pair of 6DoF cameras on either side for spatial and hand tracking. And from the demo I had, the tracking was pretty solid. Like you could interact with the hue bulbs and markers in the room, which I thought was cool, but also it was just a demo. The hardware is really impressive, but I just hope when they launch, mainly for developers later this year, they can build up the software to match these concepts. Let me know down in the comments what you think about all these different AR glasses that are coming out. Like this is just the first couple of generations of technology and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. Nimo Planet was demoing their spatial computer, which is about the size of an AirPods case. I have to say the software experience is really good. Like I'm pretty impressed with how well it all worked and just how nice it was to use. They had me demoing it with a Bluetooth mouse and keyboard, but I was told that the actual Nimo One Core would be like an Air mouse for interaction as well. They were demoing with Rokid and XREAL glasses, but I did get to see a prototype of the glasses that they're working on, and they seemed really comfortable, and I'm excited to try out what their whole ecosystem is gonna be like. Govee had a really cool booth that was built out like a house, just showcasing a ton of their new products in it. I personally really liked the AI-powered TV backlighting that did more than just show the exact colors on your screen. The new floor lamp with an integrated speaker, and these wall lights that have a really cool pattern on the cover that I was told would be swappable in the future. Also, I found out they have a pretty extensive line of home products from fans to air purifiers to ice makers. So it's really cool they're putting together an ecosystem for your home from lighting to the little appliances you have around it. I really liked Leia's booth. They use a light field technology to create 3D images without using any glasses. I've seen their LoomPad 2 in the past, but I had a chance to try out a laptop and their 8K SR Pro 2, which was really fun. They set it up in a racing sim and it felt really immersive. But for even more immersion, PiMax had a VR headset with a resolution of 2880 by 2880 per eye. So everything looks super sharp. I also tried this out with a racing sim and like the detail in the rain on the windshield was so crisp. Like even when I crashed at the end, it wasn't that bad. I just got to enjoy the detail. I think Razer was going for a different kind of immersive at CES. They had a demo of their Project Esther, which is basically a cushion that straps onto any chair and has 16 haptic actuators to create a sense of direction when you're playing a game. I tried it out with a pair of haptic headphones, which is an entirely strange experience on its own. And overall, it was a really cool experience. Like you got to feel the game that you were playing instead of just hearing it or seeing it. I hope they end up shipping this at some point and developers actually take advantage of this in their games. The rest of the Razer booth was cool too. They had a Dolce & Gabbana gaming chair, which I didn't understand. a ton of RGB, and this really cool display about how their peripherals are sustainably manufactured. And last up, I just saw a ton of cool accessories. Sharge has a new lineup of chargers that look really cool and sci-fi inspired. They also had an active cooled MagSafe charger, which just looks dope and keeps the charger from overheating while you use it. Imprintu has a temporary tattoo printer that connects to your phone via Bluetooth, so you can just send it custom designs. I ended up getting a CES tattoo on my arm, which had like good saturation and colors, and it was crisp, but it still came off pretty easily with some water. Also, Espresso Displays has this really cool portable monitor for Mac that has a really nice design, and it even has a built-in touchscreen. And this is just like a small subset of all the stuff that I saw. Like, I have a ton of footage, and there's so much other cool stuff I might just start turning into shorts. I'm excited to see like over this next year, which of this stuff like actually ships. And if it does, like, did they change anything from the original demo? And like, what did they change to make it an actual product? But thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos about tech, cameras, and making. Here's a video about a Lego keyboard that I made, and here's a video that YouTube thinks you're gonna like the best.